Hello, Sarah. This will be some video feedback for you, midterm, on the print ad. And we've got 4 weeks to go, so if you need any help from me, don't hesitate to reach out. Sarah, this is the PDF that you posted in the discussion critique this last week. And it's a really competent assemblage of things. I guess my initial comment is details. Be careful of your margins. Print ads are trimmed, and so this type is likely to either be trimmed off slightly or disappear in the gutter, depending on which side of the magazine it appears on. So just back to type away a little bit. I like your choice of typeface, although it's not Arial. It's not the corporate typeface. This is the corporate typeface. I know it's pretty homely. You don't have to arrange it, the type, in the way that it is in the style guide. I would probably make this smaller. Take a look, if you can, at other professionally designed travel and leisure ads. And I'm going to try to open this up in Illustrator next. Now, it's quite a large file. Your total file size was 637 megabytes. So it's getting close to a gigabyte. It's important to know how to modulate your file size and only offer the resolution that is necessary for the project. Large files are unwieldy, and small files generally are lower res. So anyway, I have to wait for about 10 minutes. I'll come back to this when I can open up the Illustrator file. But in terms of design, I like the photo. Here's your very competent silhouette. Superimposed on a black background, it looks like. Go back. Hair is hard to mask. Hair has a soft edge, but it's worth learning to do because it's a perennial problem. And you might consider, varying the size of these circles. They're slightly different, it appears. Maybe make one of them, substantially smaller, or the other, substantially larger. And play around with your ingredients. Get somebody to proofread your copy, and maybe it could be shortened to something a little more pithy. This should be an N or an M dash between the range of dates there. Okay, Sarah, here's your Illustrator file opened up. And, okay, I was talking about contrast to scale here. And also don't hesitate to bleed the images off the, hope I got the right thing here. Or am I just, well, my intention is to vary the scale of the circles. Now, it looks like the only thing I'm doing is changing the scale of the image inside. There we go. And, okay, so, this could bleed off. That makes things a little bit more interesting. It involves the edge of the field. And you can also use, positioning to omit, parts of photographs that you might find awkward or whatever. But and then just move this away from the edge. And then, I think it's okay to have small type. You might consider letting this out a little bit. That is, the space between lines. Here's the dialog box for that. Sometimes it makes small type a little bit more legible. Now, I had mentioned using an N or an M dash there. It's option hyphen for an M dash, option shift hyphen for an an M dash, which is longer. Generally what I do is I use an N dash. EN is how it's spelled. And sometimes you might want to spell out these things just to clean up your copy. You maybe position it in a place that has the most contrast. Maybe down in this dark area. And you can align it with some of these pillars maybe optically. Also, do you really need the stroke? around these things. So let me just see what it looks like without it. Well, there we go. Yeah, so I don't think you need that that border. Try to clean this up. Maybe get it on one small line across the bottom, and try moving things around. All right, I'm going to leave it here. Sarah, great collection. And it's nice to see your file structure is pretty much perfect and that you've embedded images.